Morning from the north. Bright and early as always, and we're just giving them a feed. I just threw in the whole smorgasbord. As you can see, it's basically doing a good job of eating. It's a healthy fish. They all are now. We've got things running real smooth. Check my post section. I just put up a picture of the eggs upstairs, up close, and there's almost no egg loss. I think I counted 1 or 2 white eggs, and they're going to hatch probably later today or early tomorrow. We'll see. But it's looking real nice. Of course, the parents have not figured out how to attach babies yet, but this might be that time where they do. Their skills are improving every time they try, and that's kind of how it works. So, fingers crossed on those guys. But yeah, just a quick look here. Isn't that beautiful? Nothing like starting your day off to a tank full of healthy, happy discus. It's a very good feeling. Of course, when you wake up and you got a tank full of sick discus, that's not so nice. That's not so nice. You don't want that. That feels horrible. You look at it and you're like, oh my God, what's wrong with my fish? That feels horrible. But we don't do that here in the north. So we don't want none of that. Nope, nope, nope. In a few days, I'll have 10 more beautiful babies upstairs. They will be blues like these guys. I'm gonna have a lot of blue discus. And I'm gonna keep going. And the tanks on the other side of the room here. These tanks here, all their temperature is gonna come up, and they'll be all full of discus too. And once the breeding starts, I start classifying by size. You know, little itty bitty guys in the grow out upstairs, start them off in the same water they hatched out in, get them up into, maybe 3-inch, start putting the 3-inchers over here, right? I could put the 4 and 5-inchers maybe here, or even down there. I'll probably put nothing down there. I think I'm going to run plants down there. Use it as a refugium. And so yeah, I'll put a size here, a size here, a size upstairs. I'll have the breeding stations. I want to build 2 new breeding stations here, and I want 2 over here. I also want 2 over here beside the tank here, so I can link them into the systems. Everything down here will be linked at that point, so it'll be like 500 gallons of water to keep things super fresh. And keep things on that once a week sort of water change thing I got going on, because it's working. You just need the right setup to support it, and you can do whatever you want in fish keeping. So yeah, we're getting closer and closer. I built this thing like 2 years ago because I actually thought I would get the fish breeding a lot sooner. I pegged them. I thought the breeding experience was going to be similar to angelfish, which is a lot easier. And I might have got to money faster with the angelfish, that's for sure. But I did that when I was a child. It's just not interesting to me. I just don't want to do that. Angelfish, nah. And then what? I'll get like pennies for each fish. Sure, you can produce lots of them. It would have been money, but I could have got the same money off guppies. So why would I use angelfish? I mean, I just fill stuff up with guppies and let them go, right? Start classifying them, make sure I got really nice, pretty ones. I've done that before too. Um, no, no. This whole getting back into fish keeping thing started with the thought, I want some discus. And it's going to stay there. That's why I called the channel Discus North. I'll hold my focus, and I don't want to give up. If I would have called myself Fish Keeping North or, Aqua North or something like that, I could have been just any all kinds of fish, and discus could have just been one of them. No. I went for the king of freshwater because my intention is to master them. Absolutely master them. And in doing so, I've had to develop my own ways because basically I can't do it like everyone else. The way everyone else does it, the way it's been done for the last 40, 50 years is, just throw meds in your tank until your problems go away. My government took those meds away. I had to develop a new way to do this. I actually got back into the hobby, started raising up discus, realized I needed meds because I was following everyone else's advice, and it got me into that, got me into trouble. And then I found out they were banned, and I was like, what the hell? And right there, I was like, why? I should just give up right now. There's no chance in hell I can do this without the meds, because that's what all the research will show you. Then I decided, no, I'm going to find a way. And I found it. I've developed a new way for the future of discus. Because it's a new problem. Nobody's truly addressed it. Nobody's tried to challenge it. What everyone's doing is illegally smuggling in medication and continuing on as usual. Not me. I switched gears. And I found the way to do it without meds. Now, I'm still going to need some from time to time, and I still have some meds available to me, but they're weak. And they're not reliable in the traditional sense. They won't wipe things out. They're weak. What I can get a hold of will help me in the preventative sense. It won't help me cure a very sick fish. My problem is if a fish does go too far south, I won't be able to save it. But my preventative approach, preventative medicine, if you will, just knock down all the things that cause the problems. You don't need the medicine in the first place. And the root of all the problems with these fish is truly, truly bacteria. Your bacteria load is what will make you fail with discus, and you can't see that on your test kits. Your test kits will look absolutely perfect, but your bacterial load will be insane, and the fish will suffer for it, and that's why you lose your discus, and you don't know why. That's why they throw the medicines in the tank all the time, because they're wiping out that bacterial load with the meds. And it takes maybe 3 weeks to a month, and they have to do it again. And it's just a cycle of, and your fish won't live long if you do that either. That's the downfall of that approach, right? You're not going to get your 15 years or your 10 years out of a discus fish. Its life cycle, its usefulness in breeding, everything will go out the window. Like, you should be able to breed these fish for years, but when you're throwing medicine at them, you're only going to get like 10 10 breeding cycles out of a pair, and then the pair is probably going to die. It's going to be worn out. Its kidneys are going to be blown out, and they don't live long. So this is the way. This is the future. Thanks for watching.